Hello and welcome to the Year 2 Parents Information PowerPoint. We will be talking about general notices, homework, how you can help your child, and finally SATs.
General notices. PE days. Giraffes will have PE on a Monday, koalas will have PE on a Tuesday with Inspiration Tree, and penguins will have PE on a Wednesday. This may change after half term, so please check your child's class page or the curriculum newsletter that we send out. Please ensure your child brings their reading book and planner into school every day. Your child can change their book as often as they need to. Please make sure that you've signed their planner to show that they've finished their book. You should find a bookmark in your child's planner with questions and discussion points to aid understanding of the book that they're reading. Each Monday, a new insert will be given with spellings on, ready for a test the following Monday. In Year 2, we encourage the children to become more responsible with their belongings, so encouraging them to remember to take home their water bottles, planners, reading books and jumpers, and then also remembering to bring their planners in the next day. Finally, please can you ensure that your email and phone numbers are up to date so you don't miss any communications from us. Thank you.
Homework. Each week we would not expect you to spend longer than 1 hour a week on homework. Children are given spellings to practice on a Monday based on our phonics work that week. There will also be 2 common exception words to practice which won't fit the pattern of the other spellings. Your child will also now have a coloured reading level and a book to read at home. Please read little and often with your child, and we will change their reading books in school once they are finished. We also recommend practicing Year 2 common exception words, which are words the children should be able to read and write by the end of Year 2. There is a copy of these on our website.
How you can help your child with reading. Most importantly, help to develop an enjoyment and love of reading. Children that read lots make great writers. They've got lots of ideas that they can build upon and use in their own writing. So enjoy stories together. Reading to your child at this age is just as important as listening to your child read. So read whenever and wherever you can. Read at bedtimes, read at bath times, read in the garden, read in the tree house, read in a den, read under the table. Make it exciting and make it fun. Read little but often, rather than reading for long periods of time. It's much more beneficial if they read a little bit rather than long periods of time when the child can become tired and unengaged of reading. Don't just read the story but talk about the story. So at the start, look at the front cover together. What do you think the story is going to be about? Why do you think that? Read the blurb together. Explore the book. If it's an information book, look at the contents page and look at the index. As you're reading, pause often and talk about the story. So what's happening at the moment? How do you think the character feels? Why do you think they feel like that? And predict what's going to happen next. And then at the end of the story, discuss the story. Did you like the story? Didn't you like the story? And why? Remember, it's okay if you don't like a story. We can't like everything. As you're reading, look at words together and think about what they might mean. So if they're not sure, you could look the word up together. You could use a dictionary, the internet, an app on a phone or a tablet. But the more new vocabulary you introduce to your child, the more ideas they'll have when they're writing. All reading is valuable. It doesn't just have to be stories and information books. So if your child really enjoys football, then their football magazine will be fantastic. They can read poetry, there's some really fun examples, TV guides, anything they can get their hands on that is age appropriate. All reading will give them lots of ideas and introduce them to new vocabulary that they can use in their everyday lives and their writing. And finally, now the libraries are open again, go and visit them. There's some fantastic books in local libraries, and librarians are really helpful in helping your child to select books. If your child's particularly interested in a topic at school, then there'll be lots of great information books on that, as well as lots and lots of fabulous non-fiction books that are free to borrow.
How to help your child with writing. Firstly, we recommend you practice and learn the weekly spellings. You can make this fun by writing them in sand or using Play-Doh. You can also help make writing fun by encouraging them to write for different purposes. For example, writing the shopping list or letters to friends and family. Children tend to enjoy writing much more when they have a sense of ownership over it, and letting them choose what to write will help with this. We encourage children to use dictionaries in school, but this is an important skill which is developed with good practice. Children need to understand how dictionaries are organised alphabetically in order to find the words they need. You can also allow your child to write on a computer, which again can make writing a more fun activity. Some children find it difficult to keep crossing out when they are writing because they don't like it looking messy, and typing on a computer eliminates that frustration. Lastly, good readers become good writers. Children will remember what they enjoy in good books, for example, words or phrases, and they will use them in their own writing to make it more purposeful. You can identify good writing features when you are reading with your child, for example, the vocabulary, the sentence structure, and the punctuation. Again, a child will pick up on these and use them in their own writing. Lastly, show your appreciation, praise and encourage for any writing that they do, no matter how small.
How to help your child with maths. On this slide are suggestions of extra things you can do with your child at home to support their maths. This also helps your child to see that maths is all around us and can help to keep it fun as well. We will continue to recap key skills that may have been missed in Year 1 alongside teaching the Year 2 curriculum. We'll also continue to use the resources that were introduced in Year 1, such as part-whole models, tens frames and place value charts.
Finally, what are SATs? So SATs are statutory tests that happen at the end of Key Stage 1, and they will assess your child's understanding of the Year 1 and Year 2 national curriculum. It is really important to note that we collect evidence throughout the year to make a judgment for your child in their reading, writing, maths and science. The tests are there just to back up teacher judgments. We understand the age of the children and they may not perform as well as they could on the day of the test. So, if the test doesn't back up our teacher judgment, will we use the evidence that we have collected? The testing procedure is kept really informal. The papers are not strictly timed and the tests are taken in the normal classroom. In your child's end of year report, they will be described as working towards, working at or working at greater depth. All the SATs will take place in May, so we do kindly ask that no holidays are booked during this time.
If you have any questions about this PowerPoint, please speak to your child's class teacher, or alternatively you can email the office at school. Thank you for listening.